Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is another week 2 for Memy Mondays, hashtag Puchys Memy Mondays. This is a month-long hop that I created, and I have some wonderful ladies joining me this year. Make sure you guys check out their videos listed down below. There's going to be tons of giveaways, prizes. Check out everyone's channel because everyone will be doing their own thing. And for me, you got to make sure that you guys are playing along and you're using the hashtag Puchys Memy Mondays. Puchys with an S, and then Memy and Mondays with an S. I'll have it listed down below for you guys. So make sure you guys are playing along because there's some awesome giveaways going on. I myself have a giveaway going on with Glassboard Studio. One lucky winner who's playing along and using the hashtag will get a chance to receive a $100 gift card for glassboardstudio.com, which is amazing, guys. This glassboard here, let me move my little thing here. It is from Glassboard Studio, and I absolutely love it. You guys can use code Puchy15 to save 15% off your entire purchase on glassboardstudio.com. But they were nice enough to sponsor me for Memy Mondays, and they're giving away a $100 voucher to receive anything from their website. Okay, guys? And then also I announced that Happy Crafter Shop, Lisa, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lisa, for always supporting me and what I got going on. She's going to be sponsoring 2 surprise boxes. Okay, now Lisa, if you guys don't know, you need to be following her. I'm going to tag her down below as well. And she's happycraftershop.com. You can use code Puchy10 to save 10% off your entire purchase with her. She sells beads, cabochons, all kind of cute craft supplies, and then also die sets. So she will be creating 2 boxes for 2 lucky winners, okay? Winners. So it's going to be a surprise box. I don't know what's going to be in it. But it's gonna be great. It's always great. She'll probably throw in some of her handmade items as well, which are beautiful. She has beautiful handmade items. I absolutely love her flowers and stuff like that. All right, so let's get to business. Today's week 2 of Memy Mondays. Last week we created this box here. I didn't get a chance to embellish it, and I love the concept of using a 3D, making a 3D Memorydex. So we're gonna do that again this week. We're gonna create another box, but we're gonna do it from scratch-ish, okay? So that box was a 3D box die. I'm gonna show you guys today how to take your shape dies and create a box for a Memorydex. So today I'm gonna be featuring the Spellbinders die set that I've been dying to play with, and it's by Lisa Horton Crafts. I'll have it listed down below. It has all these different pieces. So I went ahead and I used the biggest piece is the scalloped edge, but the next size in is this one. I cut out 2 of this, and then I used the, let me see, so that's 2, 3, 4, the 5th one in to cut a window because I love the window concept, right? And so we're gonna go ahead and create a box from scratch-ish. And I say ish because, you know, we are using these dies for the outside piece, but we're gonna go ahead and create our box just using some paper. So I went ahead and I cut out a 1 1/4 inch strip of paper, and I went ahead and I scored it at 1/4 of an inch so that my box will be 1 inch deep. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and create our little notches here, and this is probably gonna take some time, you guys. So I will be, you know, fast forwarding and stuff. So I have my top for my window, my bottom for the bottom of my box, and I cut out 2 strips. These are 12 inches by 1 1/4. I don't know if I mentioned the 12-inch part, but that should be large enough. And I'm just gonna simply take my scissors. I'm trying to use these scissors more so I can get used to them. I think that they are amazing. And I'm just gonna cut little notches like so, okay? These are gonna be our little teeth. Now this is probably gonna take some time, guys. There are so many dies out there on the market where you don't have to do this. You can just cut your strips out. But we're gonna go old school today, and we are making this from scratch in case there's any of you who do not own, you know, those type of dies, or if you are a beginner and you want to know how to create these cute little boxes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this entire 12-inch strip and the other one as well, because I did cut out 2, so I'll be back. All right, so I got 1 down. That was not fun, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So there goes our little teeth, and we are gonna create the bottom of our box by gluing this on the bottom of, putting our teeth and gluing it to the bottom of this, okay? And we are gonna go on the inside of this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my glue. Let's just go halfway. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the same thing we did last week, and I'm gonna take this strip, take my time, and just run it all the way, glue it all the way across, making sure that you are keeping it right on the edge and following that shape, okay? So you guys can follow along with this. You can do this with a rectangle box, probably be so much easier. Use your shaped dies for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my time, go all the way around, and I'll show you guys once again what that looks like. That's what it's looking like so far. And I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way around. Okay, so it was barely enough. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little piece from the other strip and stick it down right there to finish it off. So you can glue this together beforehand. Just add a little extra to that 12-inch strip if you're following along and using this die set. And then there goes our bottom part of our box. Now I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing to the top, except for I'm going to be making these strips and gluing them on the top, okay? So you do want to cut 2 of these. I'm gonna cut another one, but use pattern paper. Before I start gluing my strip, I'm gonna go ahead and put my tool down. Ooh, I hope this is enough. I don't think it's wide enough. I gotta make it work, guys, because I love this tool. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on my hot glue gun. No, I'm gonna use wet glue. So let's put our tool. Do your tool, if you're doing an open window or acetate, glue that down before you start putting the teeth on it. You know, our little strip to create our top. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. And while that's drying, I'm going to, I don't think it's quite wide enough. I'm gonna have to grab another tool. Okay, so I just stretched it out and it fits perfectly. I'm gonna go ahead and cut another one of these strips because I'm gonna need a little extra since I borrowed from this one. So I'll cut another one because I also wanna make a little mini Memy. Here's my window, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this. But again, we're gonna be gluing our little teeth on the top of our box. Okay, so I'll glue that and be back. Goes our top. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut another piece to cover this up. You can also do a 1-inch strip or a little less than a 1 inch for the sides. And then it should fit perfect like that. So again, I wanted my little boxes to house bows. So let me dress this up a little bit and I'll be back. Right, guys, so this is how she's looking. Look at how pretty, such a cute little box. I just really want to inspire you guys to use your 3D dies or your silhouette, your crickets, those files. Bust those out, guys. So we're going to create our Memorydex card aspect by using this, guys. I mentioned this in my last video. This is a must-have. I did link the ones that I found on Amazon. I'll have them linked down below if they are still available, okay? So hopefully you guys take advantage of the links that I'm putting down below because things tend to go very quickly. This is a must-have because you can create a Memorydex card out of anything. So I just went ahead and I cut a 4x2 inch piece of cardstock, and I did a layering piece, so I did like 1/4 of an inch less than that. And let's go ahead and glue these two together. All right. Make sure you guys use your bone folders, especially for that 3D box. It comes in handy, for real. Okay, so there goes our little rectangle that I'm gonna be gluing this directly to, just like that. So you're just gonna take your punch and try to center it. There are some guides right here. So yeah, it fits almost perfectly into those guides. Again, this is a 4 by 2 inch piece. And then once you have it directly in the middle, just punch. Must have, you guys. You gotta have one of these, and you can create Memorydex cards out of anything, any shape. All right, and we're just gonna glue this on here. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna take this off. So you see I lined the inside in, and I'm just gonna do some hot glue. I also want to mention, make sure you make these boxes out of a nice weight cardstock. I did use like the Michaels, and it's not the thickest, so I definitely suggest using like 80-pound cardstock or more, or 110-pound cardstock. There we go, perfect. And there goes our Memorydex card. So cute. Oh, I forgot my bow. Put my little bow right here. I think I wanted to double this like with another color, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. And then I'll put a cute little center, and there goes our Memorydex card for week 2, guys. I'm gonna be filling these up with bows once again, and I'm gonna make a mini one, so hold on. I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna cut 2 of these. One is gonna be a window. So guys, use those nesting dies. They're gonna come so in handy. They're gonna make it the perfect piece for you to create these windows, to put your little nested piece in the inside. They're perfect for this. So I'm gonna run this through, and I'm running my base piece and then a piece to go on top and cover. So I'm gonna use the same strip, but I'm gonna cut it down 1/4 of an inch smaller. So what was that gonna be? It's gonna be exactly 1 inch, and then score at 1/4 of an inch and make your little teeth marks for the smaller box. Goes my bottom piece. Look at how cute it is compared to the bigger one. So adorable next to each other. I'm gonna go ahead and use this piece. This was an extra that I had from creating this frame. So I'm just gonna snip off this little stitch part so that it could fit perfectly in here. And then I'm gonna do the same exact thing that we did with the top. I'm gonna glue down my tool, but I have to keep in mind how thick I made my frame. I made this one a little thinner because I did use the smallest size die, and this is the frame that it created. So I am gonna have to cut my little teeth a little shorter so that it doesn't show. Okay guys, use your magnets to glue your stuff down, especially your tool. These are from Glassboard Studio. They are one of my sponsors. One lucky winner will be winning a $100 voucher to get anything off of the site. Okay, so these glass craft mats, they are magnetic, and I love to use these magnets to, you'll be able to, guys, with that $100, you'll be able to get a glass mat and probably a set of magnets, and then use my code Puchy15 and you'll get an extra 15% off. So a quicker way to do this top part is to put our glue. I'm hoping that my teeth are not going to be too long. Just put our glue. I'm going to go all the way, almost all the way around. And then flip it. Do this part upside down. Like so. It's so much easier, you guys. Yeah, I had to snip those just a tiny bit. Let me snip them a tiny bit. Just a teensy bit. Let's go all the way across. Okay, so as I was saying, turn it upside down and then form, glue it like this. So much easier, you guys, so much faster than doing it the opposite way. You can really get those corners and then still apply that pressure that you need. I gotta put more glue. My glue just went everywhere. Let me do it again. So I'm starting it right at the straight edge. and then curving it around. I hope you all can see that well. Get it under. Also use your bone folder. And go all the way around. All right, so the same thing I'm gonna do for the Memorydex part. This measures 3 inches by 1.5 inches. And then my layering piece is going to measure 1/4 less than that. So 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. Okay, so let's glue these together. And I'm gonna see where this lands on the Memorydex punch. But usually I like to just use a hole punch to create a Memorydex bottom for my mini Memorydex cards. So let's see where that lands. I did not get the nicest cut on there. All right. Let me get that down really nicely. And this is going to be our bottom. Oh, I put the wrong paper. I was supposed to use the heart one. That's okay. All right, so let's see where it lands on the punch. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go for it. I'm just gonna use the punch. So I'm gonna try to put it as centered as I can. And then there goes our Memorydex. Let me decorate this up and I'll be back to show you guys the finished product. Right, so let's take this apart and let's go ahead and glue our base to our Memorydex. And let me try to be quick and center this. I love the way these came out. I'm gonna fill them with bows. And then here goes the cap, the top. And there goes our Memorydex cards for week 2 of Puchys Memy Mondays. Guys, I hope that you guys play along. I had so much fun creating these. I hope you feel inspired. I'm gonna list this die set. Grab this die set, guys. It's so cute. I honestly had to have it in my stash because of the bow and the scalloped edge. And then all the other ones were just a bonus. Look at how beautiful. So I have this stuff listed down below. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. And I will catch you next week on Monday for Puchys Memy Mondays. Every Monday, guys, make sure you guys go check out all the beautiful ladies that are listed down below and see what they created. And make sure you guys are following along. Do whatever they are telling you to do, whatever their rules are. I know that the Pink Ape, she is doing a weekly giveaway, okay? So guys, go check them out. Make sure you guys flood their comments with bows so that they can know that I sent you over, all right? I love you guys. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.